let's have a seat, choir. Ready? One, two, three. Have a seat. Close it up, Justin. Even better. Nice. It is a big problem. Self-care is not the best. No. New York food is like actually making a little bit. I know some of those Astros, God, I just had I just my wife, don't miss out. She's like, what's Astro? She kept coming up with my credit card. I said, little piece of heaven in Manhattan. My most was 450. No, that's not true. Because I spent 1,600 bubble gum for the choir, but then I got reimbursed. That was fun, though, right? Try to have a mealtime story. You kind of first time to get everyone together. Which one? Nope. The lady or the guy? That was fun. Theo, yeah. Theo, Jeff, and wow. I don't know her name. I did, yeah. He's a tidy lady. Yeah. Didn't leave much to the imagination. Yeah, I guess. I'd be worried about like a sunburn. I didn't do anything to me. They had a list of like 30. Kaz Bodry was on the list. I said, of course you are, Kaz. Get it done. Seniors who did not send their senior service on time. Yeah. And he said his name, and I said it out loud. He said, of course. And the seniors around me started giggling. Traffic, everybody. Alex is going to get expensive if you don't get that all done. No, it's all good. And one of my homeless kids goes, I haven't. I'm like, bring it home. Bring it here. How does that help you? And great guy, like, Moses. Come on. Like every other year? We've talked about it though, like rotating every other year or every third year. So Eric, when we were talking, he said, you know, if you want to do a whole and they could have a concert fire coming to your place. Whenever you want. Yeah, they said we'll talk dates. National and no, it'd be so expensive. We can do every other year. That's not glad. You do have to be vaccinated. Every other year. So that some people won't be able to go. So I think it has to be a festival, you know, so then the fire is a festival fire. Because now it's not the fire. And then we could also open up the door. You know what I mean? If they wanted to go. So that would be nice. You know,
We ask that those in attendance rise for our national anthem, which will be performed by the St. Michael Albertville High School Wind Ensemble. Please be seated. Good evening. I am Ava Lenneman, president of the class of 2022. On behalf of my fellow classmates in STMA High School, I would like to welcome parents, relatives, and friends to our commencement ceremony this evening. After tonight, we will become graduates. To start off our night, I would like to recognize our guests and school administration. Please stand and remain standing as you are introduced. The audience is asked to please hold their applause until all guests have been recognized. School board members, Mr. Larry Sorensen, Miss Holly Sayville, Miss Carol Steffens, Mr. Tim Lewis, Miss Carrie Dwinell, Mr. Drew Sherber, Superintendent, Dr. Anne Marie Fuco, Principal, Mr. John Reeves, Activities Director, Mr. Keith Cornell, Assistant Principal, Miss Jolene Herfel, Knights Academy Principal, Mr. Mark Jansen, Assistant Principal, Miss Jamie Wiedela, and Dean of Students, Miss Shelley Wendell. Mr. Reeves will now introduce the members of the St. Michael Albertville Honor Faculty who have joined us for tonight's ceremony.
St. Michael Albertville High School is a place where the relationship between our faculty and our students is central to who we are as an institution. We're extremely proud of our dedicated, innovative, and accomplished faculty members. They are professionals who continually show patience and support in their efforts to educate those that enter their classrooms on a daily basis. The work of a teacher requires care and intellect. Students, our faculty, have committed themselves to educating you. Along with your parents, they are the primary reason you are here this evening. It is with pleasure that I present our honored faculty. At this time, I ask that our faculty would please stand as your name is read. Kurt Hahn, Lisa Moss, Josh Mann, Cassidy Akervik, Janelle Stange, Rebecca Stevens, Bob Zoller, Megan Pettis, Jesse Hackemuller, Kinsey Essler, Shay Westlick, Josh Joraman, Angela Narducci, Ryan Hawk, Matt Rooker, Jenna Nevenin, Eric Arlene, Tammy Cornelius, Kate Netzelman, Dan Monet, Pat Mueller, Megan Simonek, Jennifer Ozeth, Kelly Story, Amy Vanderheiden, Christy Larson, Jody Bukowski, Tiffany Peterson, Julie Reed, Darlene Coling, Keith Kuhn, Steph Lar, Tyler Het, Jox Metcalf, Adam Soroka, Michael Bartunik, Joe Osowski, faculty, please be seated.
At this time, senior band members are asked to join Mr. Adam Soroka and Mr. Michael Bartunik and their fellow band members. The St. Michael Albertville High School Wind Ensemble and Concert Band, under the direction of Mr. Soroka and Mr. Bartunik, will now perform March, arranged by Gustav Holst. Thank you, Mr. Soroka, Mr. Bartunik, and the band. Now, if you could please join me in welcoming Miss Jolene Herfel, who will be acknowledging our local scholarships and recognizing our honor graduates.
It is my pleasure to introduce the honor students of the class of 2022. To earn honor student recognition, a student must maintain a grade point average of 3.67 or better on a 4.0 scale throughout their high school career. First, I would like to recognize this year's valedictorian. Please stand and remain standing when I read your name. The class of 2022 valedictorian is Trinity Haniff. I would also like to recognize our salutatorian, Olivia Brill. Now I will introduce the students who round out our top 25. Students, please stand and remain standing as I read your names. Audience, please hold your applause until all the honor students are standing. Thank you. Janelle Sylvester, Mary Grace Steffel, Peyton Lenz, Margot Bromley, Madeline Iverson, Brianna Staharski, Sarah DeMatteis, Ava Lenneman, Brooke Beck, Julia Weigel, Parker Bloom, Alexander Nessisen, Ella Chambers, Jamie Lee, Ava Zellner, Caitlin McKimmey, Hendrik England, Olivia Munger, Kevin Scholl, Andrew Bott, Rachel Andrews, Benjamin Babel, Alexander Bourget. At this time, I invite all honor students, as denoted in the program and by their honor cords, to please stand. I would like to congratulate each of our honor students and their families for having an outstanding academic high school career. At this time, I would like to recognize this year's local scholarship sponsors, which are listed inside the back cover of your programs. This year, $160,650 was generously given to 151 students by over 65 local scholarship sponsors to the members of the class of 2022. I would like to take a moment on behalf of the senior class and our district to express our gratitude to all of the individual sponsors who generously gave their support, time, and effort to make these scholarships possible. Class of 2022, family and friends, please join me in a round of applause for all of our local scholarship sponsors.
At this time, I would like to introduce the class of 2022's valedictorian, Trinity Haniff.
Good afternoon, faculty, friends, family members, and graduates. It is an honor to be speaking with you here today. To my fellow graduates, congratulations. Being here, graduating high school is an immense accomplishment and one of life's important milestones. So take time to celebrate with your friends and family, the people who helped get us here, the ones who made walking across this stage possible. It is to them we owe this success. I remember the first day of kindergarten. My sister Olivia waved as I left the house, and my grandma walked me into the school and all the way to my classroom. I gripped onto her hand the whole time, too afraid to let go. I was scared to meet new people and learn new things. Eventually, my teacher coaxed me into the classroom. She said, "At the end of the day, I promise you'll be okay. And who knows, you might even have fun." And she was right. I went home that day with a smile on my face. We all have our own first day stories. However different our experiences that day might have been, it is true that for all of us, that day was the beginning of our academic journey. Now, at its completion, looking back on our 13 years of schooling, I'm sure we can all find just a little truth in my kindergarten teacher's promise. All in all, everything turned out okay, and we might have had a little fun along the way. So far, our educational journey has been one of growth and improvement. We've spent the past 4 long, comprehensive years delving into English, math, social studies, science, and a variety of other topics. And over the years, through lots of studying and hard work, we've become better readers, mathematicians, historians, scientists, and critical thinkers. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. We excelled at the subjects that came easy and persevered when things got hard. I, for one, am more of a humanities person. Social studies and English have always come easy to me. However, art, on the other hand, is something I've never been good at. I took ceramics this last trimester, and after 12 weeks, I'm still working on that 6-inch cylinder. The point is, none of us got here without some struggle and strife. But what matters is that we never gave up, that we pushed through even when things got hard. And that's what today is about, celebrating both our educational achievements and struggles. The diploma we are about to receive signifies our scholarship, our educational prowess, our pursuit to achieve higher knowledge. Today, let's look back on the past 700 days and be proud of our educational achievements, the good, the bad, and the ugly. While graduating high school is an important milestone, it is only a small step in the larger journey of life. Don't think of today as the finish line, but rather as the starting point for our amazing adventure-filled future endeavors. Today is the beginning of the rest of our lives, so make the most of it. Whether you are off to college, trade school, the workforce, the military, or just taking some time to figure things out, do what makes you happy. And above all else, reach for the stars. They're a lot closer than you think. As we embark on the journey of life, we must make a commitment to ourselves and each other, a commitment to be decent people, to treat our fellow human beings with love, respect, and kindness. Just because we are done with high school doesn't mean we are done learning. As human beings, there is so much more for us to learn, so much potential for growth. Life isn't just about having a lucrative career, but rather about how we interact with others, how we practice inclusivity and embrace one another. So let's enter our future with the intention of trying new things, keeping an open mind, and seeing the world through different lenses. By adopting this philosophy, we gain a deep understanding of people's lives and the struggles they go through. At times, the world can be filled with hate and divisiveness. So as we become full functioning members of society, let's commit to do right by our fellow human beings. Let's support equal rights for all, leave the world in a better state than we found it. As young people, we are the change makers. In our democracy, we have the right to vote, the power to make a positive change. Changes that promote peace abroad, safety in our schools, a sustainable environment, equality, and so much more. The future is in our hands. So as we go on to bigger, better, and brighter things, let us make the world a more equitable and loving place.
Thank you, Trinity, for your wonderful message. At this time, senior choir members are asked to join Mr. Joe Osowski and their fellow choir members. The St. Michael Albertville High School senior choir members, under the direction of Mr. Joe Osowski, will now perform Not One Sparrow Forgotten, composed by Mr. C. William Hawley. It is now my privilege and honor to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Anne Marie Fuco.
Good evening. I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you for attending this celebration. It is both an honor and privilege to address you. First, I would like to thank the parents and family members of our graduates for partnering with us in the education of their child. I am grateful for your continued support and acknowledge the great sense of pride you are feeling. Second, I would like to thank all of the STMA staff who prepared our soon-to-be graduates for the challenges of the future. I want to commend each of them for their steadfast dedication, commitment, and perseverance in helping our students achieve tremendous success both in and out of the classroom. Their work is truly a celebration of the future. I would also like to thank the STMA School Board and community for their support. It is their continued support, generosity, and faith in our staff that has permitted us to produce self-directed individuals, effective communicators, and active, responsible, and respective citizens. Their support prepares us for a better tomorrow. Today, we are celebrating the class of 2022. They are the 53rd class to graduate from STMA. The first graduating class, the class of 1969, had 76 students. This year, we have 559 graduates. Class of 2022, as Dr. Seuss said, today is your day. This day is the culmination of a journey that started well over 13 years ago. Along your journey, there were many memorable moments. Maybe you remember learning how to read in kindergarten, middle school activity nights, or your first day of high school. I know over the past 2,249 years, you experienced many memorable moments as well as arduous challenges. These rich experiences have prepared you for the future. As you transition to a new chapter, I have no doubt that the lessons and character values your teachers, parents, coaches, advisors, and the community have instilled in you have prepared you for the exciting opportunities that lie ahead. As you embark on your new adventure, I could give you lots and lots of advice. Be innovative, keep reading, be kind, be respectful, floss your teeth regularly, eat your vegetables. But you already know these things. Your family has nurtured you, and school staff have prepared you with the prerequisite knowledge and skills necessary to achieve success. So instead of reiterating what you already know and sounding like a greeting card, I have one piece of advice for you. Carpe diem. This is a Latin phrase that means seize the day. Carpe diem means not accepting mediocrity or making excuses. It means taking charge of your future and using everything you've learned the past 18 years to make your dreams a reality. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "We are always getting ready to live, but never living." As you venture out into the world, make every day count. Seize it. Take advantage of the opportunities and present themselves, as you don't know where they will take you. In a similar fashion, Wayne Gretzky said, "You miss 100% of the shots you never take." Take every shot. Draw upon the knowledge, skills, and experiences you've collected at STMA to live your life to the fullest and never pass up an opportunity. Walt Whitman said, "Do anything, but let it produce joy." I challenge you to seize each and every day. Don't settle for mediocrity. Do the things that bring you joy. Equally important, do the things that bring others joy. Be an active member of your community. Volunteer your time. Share your talents. Gandhi said, "The future depends on what you do today." Treat each day as an opportunity to write the verses that will make your life fulfilling and joyful. To the class of 2022, congratulations. I wish you the very best as you go on your way. You are part of STMA's tradition of excellence, and you leave with an indelible legacy of excellence and achievement both in and out of the classroom. It's been a privilege educating you, and I wish you every happiness in your future endeavors. I am confident you will find success and happiness. Class of 2022, Carpe Diem.
It is now my pleasure to introduce Ms. Shelley Wendell, who will be recognizing our foreign exchange students, and Ms. Jamie Wiedela, who will be acknowledging our seniors entering the military.
It is my pleasure to recognize this year's foreign exchange students. They enriched our culture here at STMA. I would like each exchange student to stand and remain standing as I read your name. Eleonora de Escaño from Italy. Mara de Frutos from Spain. Brigitta Gallo from Romania. And Giovanni Gracivaro from Italy. I would like to thank these students on behalf of the STMA staff, students, and community for joining us this year and sharing their senior year experience with our current graduates. Wish them well in the future endeavors as they return to their home countries. Please join me in a round of applause in recognizing our 2022 foreign exchange students.
The following students are enlisted in the military and will begin serving our country after graduation. Students, please stand when your name is called. We would ask that all guests hold your applause until all names have been read. Austin Aquino, Army National Guard. Jacob Avery, Army National Guard. Dylan Balkin, National Guard. Mason Blake, Air Force. Ella Chambers, Navy. Jason Gooden, Army. Madeline Iverson, United States Naval Academy. Paige Lehrman, Air Force. Andrew Markson, Army National Guard. Jonathan Olson, Air Force. Metabel Shaban, Army National Guard. Kenneth Stahl, Army. Nathan Talley, Air Force. Anthony Willis, Air Force. STMA High School and the St. Michael Albertville communities are grateful for your service and commitment. Thank you.
I'm now pleased to introduce our principal, Mr. John Reeves, who will be presenting the graduating class of 2022.
As principal of St. Michael Albertville Senior High School, I certify that these seniors have successfully completed the requirements for graduation as outlined by the Minnesota Department of Education and the School Board of Independent School District 885. To you, Chairperson Scherber and the Board of Education, and to you, Dr. Fuco, as Superintendent of Schools, I present the class of 2022. It is my pleasure to introduce Board Chair of Independent School District 885, Mr. Drew Scherber.
Thank you, Mr. Reeves. On behalf of the residents of District 885 and the Board of Education, I accept the graduates of the class of 2022. They have completed the requirements set forth by District 885 and the Board of Education. The diploma is a testimony of each student's academic achievements. We will now distribute the diplomas to the class of 2022.
Thank you, Mr. Scherber. At this time, our senior officers, Sydney Rogers, Brooke Beck, Olivia Burrell, and myself will assist in awarding the diplomas. Would the first row of graduates please stand at this time and come forward to receive your diplomas. We respectfully request that the audience refrain from cheering for the individual graduates. Your congratulations can be best shown with applause after all graduates have been awarded their diplomas.
Brett Anthony Abel. Caleb Anthony Aguirre. Esma Sami Ali. James David Amundsen. Kaden Lynn Amundsen. Sydney Rose Amundsen. Dylan Russell Anderson. Emma Grace Anderson. Keegan Robert Lee Anderson. Kylie Elizabeth Anderson. Keegan Jean Andrews. Matthew Kenneth Andrews. Rachel Ellen Andrews. Justin Castle Andrusco. Sarah K. Antoine. Brock Michael Apold. Austin Ewell Aquino. Madeline Rosemarie Arrow. Mason Thomas Oseth. Edwin Avendano. Jacob Michael Avery. Jacob Carl Baki. Nicholas Theodore Avery. Dylan John Balkan. Johan Aziel Bondo. Reed James Barblin. Helena Jane Bartle. Owen Matthew Bartle. Tatum Sophia Bartle. Matthew Scott Bartos. Devin Michael Bauer. Jose Eduardo Baxa. Casmer Theodore Beaudry. Aria Ray Bolioflolo. Brooke Elizabeth Beck. Cole Michael Becker. Nathan Allen Beeler. Joseph McGee Began. Luis Antonio Leon Bailing. Abram Daniel Benker. Emma Nicole Bennett. Jarrett Lee Bennett. Justice Ray Beekler. Grace Elizabeth Balicki. Carter George Bitson. Bo Paxton Bitzer. Kylie Joy Bjork. Landon James Bjork. Aiden James Blazer. Mason Douglas Blake. Parker Logan Bloom. Caitlin Ann Bach. Benjamin Pat Babel. Malachi Dion Bogan. Carter Xavier Bolduck. Tirza Anne-Marie Book. Charles Kenton Borchart. Rosemarie Carubo Bosire. Andrew David Bott. Dylan Lee Bottleson. Alexander David Bourget. Caleb Charles Boyette. Blake Gregory Brabant. Esme Elizabeth Bradish. Catherine Ann Brott. John Michael Bragelman. Carly Diane Brannon. Grady Donald Breen. Scott Dean Bremer. Ellie Suzanne Brewer. Jacob Calvin Brewer. Emma Madeline Briggs. Olivia Sophia Brill. Ella Bromanchenko. Margot Jane Bromley. Augustus Larson Brown. Brooke Faith Brown. Emily Marie Brown. Iquin Van Bowie. Mila Joy Bull. Grace Layla Bunnell. Kaylee Marie Burnham. Hillary Marie Birsch. Dylan Joshua Byer. Brandon Michael Carbone. Isabella Rochelle Carlson. Leighton Matthew Carlson. Michael Lee Cartney. Owen Timothy Carey. Cade Michael Casey. Allison Christine Kate. Dalton Noah Kate. Jagger James Chalich. Ella Jasmine Chambers. Samuel Jacob Charlesworth. Gail Chia. Ephraim Bailey Alfred Che. Isabella Maria Christensen. Matthew Thomas Christensen. Robert George Silky. Mackenzie Michelle Clark. Emma Therese Cliff. Jackson Douglas Collins. Dawson Owen Colvin. Trevor Bailey Cormier. Abigail Francis Cornell. Tali Maime Kelly Cornelius. Olivia Rose Carell. Lauren Elizabeth Couture. Gabrielle Morgan Kramer. Eleonora Descano. Mariana Angelise Davis. Mara De Frutos. Matthew John Damer. Roman Nathan Damer. Tatum Pearl Dean. Rachel Rose DeLong. Sarah Claire DeMatisse. Max Michael Detlefson. Nicholas John Dewey. Austin James Dietrich. Katie Marie Dinius. Brooklyn Joe Dixon. Adam Scott Dodge. Abigail Marie Dolan. Ryan Michael Dornfeld. Cyrus Cheeks Dugba. Luke Edward Doyle. Kaylee Kathleen Drahota. Jeffrey Andrew Dubell. Brianna Lynn Elizabeth Dewar. Emma Jean Dewar. Monty Cormasa Dukley. Porter Michael Duncombe. Jermaine Marvin Dupart. Jack Thomas Dwinell. David Stephen Ebert.
Andrew David Egbert. Samuel David Eicher. Colin David Eide. Emily Paige Ekman. Zulfikar Hisham Elarab. Morgan Moretta Elkin. Anthony Robert Ellinghusen. Riley Jacqueline Ellingson. Dylan Robert Elliott. Braden James Emerson. Cassandra May Emerson. Jory Lynn Emerson. Jackie Lynn Emery. Hendrick Oscar England. Haley Grace Enos, Brian David Erickson, Jack Wesley Erickson, Josephine Ateem Erickson, Ryan Douglas Erickson, Ethan James Esno, Zachary Ryan Ewer, Amen Izad, Alyssa Lee Farden, Lucas Isaiah Feigum, Cadence Marie Feld, Evan Everett Feldick, Hamilton Ryan Felling, Samuel Robert Felling, Sophia Ray Femright, Jordan Daniel Ferry, Ryan James Fetty, Caleb Thomas Fetzer, Chloe Jane Finnerty, Ryan David Fisher, Ellie Renee Fisher, Isaac Henry Fladung, Olivia McKay Flayton, Gabrielle Joe Flory, Chloe Noel Florip, Benjamin Justin Ford, Carter Owen Michael Formo, Sawyer Daniel Forsberg, Charles Rivers Fox, Hayden Paul Frank, Kelsey Morgan Frederick, Garrett George Fredericks, Kennedy Gail Fredericks, Casey Elizabeth Fredrickson, Maya Melissa Frickman, Brigitta Gallo, Rebecca Teresa Gopinski, Ryan Michael Geisler, Mitchell Scott Giese, Alana Jade Gifford, Autumn Elizabeth Getch, Kaylee Rose Goins, Jason Gregory Gooden, Jade Lee Goth, Eva Mapes Grawl, Giovanni Grazivaro, Paige Helene Graziano, Christina Cora Gunderson, Amelia Jean Guntrin, Ella Elizabeth Gustafson, Hillary Isabel Gustafson, Gavin Troy Gutzweiler, Jamie Ku Gui, Lauren Ray Haas, Levi Philip Hahn, Ian John Halverson, Brenna Louise Hammond, Trinity Natalia Haniff, Ben Leo Harkin, Carter Joe Harrison, Lily Savannah Harrison, Ananda Villavon Hart, John Robert Hartnett, Xander Scott Milo Hasher, Cadence Owen Hassel, James Frank Heil, Kaylee Marie Hemish, Symphony Esther Henderson, Hannah Marie Henschel, Adam Patrick Herbst, Peyton Sophia Hernandez, Abigail Jean Hewer, Michael Anthony Hillerin, Oliver Marie Hillstrom, Carter James Hiltner, Claire Elizabeth Heinrichs, William Noah Hirsch, Zachary Robert Holinsky, Jacob Patrick Hochstetter, Nicholas Karis Hoffner, Ashlyn Marie Hoffman, Hannah Nicole Hoagland, Gavin Isaiah Hoyvik, Paige K. Holm, Micah Gail Holt, Virginia Baby Angel Horace, Carter John Hoyt, Hannah Michelle Hughes, Avery Shea Houston, Hannah Marie Hines, Caleb Lee Iddings, Katsiarina Anatsuik, Jack Richard Engelman, Ryan John Engelman, Julia Maurice Intrieri, Madeline Rose Iverson, Noah James Jackson, Allison Marie Yeager, Paige Lee Jernberg, Preston Patrick Jeske, Leighton Bruce Jocelyn, James Leo Yoakum, Isabel Marie Johnshoy, Abby Elizabeth Johnson, Alex Edward Johnson, Amelia Ray Johnson, Jace Paul Johnson, Jenna Marie Johnson, Noah Robert Johnson, Terrence Lynn Johnson, Titus Brant James Johnson, Cameron Ray Jolly, Sophia Dolores Juntnan, Melita Beauty Jusu, Avery Francis Kalazewski, Thomas James Kamen, Benjamin Clarence Kanick, Cameron Joseph Karlovitz.
Dervani Qualrum, Maximus Thomas Kiefer, Neil Joseph Kennedy, Cash Adams Kingren, Owen Jacob Kinney, Trayton Lewis Calypsa Ori, Hayden Earl Clevin, Jerica Nichelle Klinkner, Blake Andrew Kohler, Brenna Christine Coivisto, Thomas James Colker, Megan Mary Kono, Rebecca Catherine Cozy, Carly Ann Kotke, Catherine Lee Kowalke, Frederick S. Capoto, Samantha Mackenzie Krinke, Paige Marie Kruger, Maya Catherine Christosic, Ty David Keekley, Wesley John Keekley, Ashley Marie Keene, Hayden Richard Cooper, Margaret Rose Kunzman, Jenna Elise Kiono, Avery Lee Leighton, Cassandra Sophia Lake, Liam Fallon Langer, Logan Joseph LaRose, Benjamin Anthony Larson, Jamie Lynn Larson, Audrey Lee Lauman, Casey J. Leyland, Jamie Unhe Lee, Paige Catherine Lehrman, Ava Grace Lenneman, Peyton Eliana Lenz, Elizabeth Mary Leonard, Michelle Louise Leonard, Savannah Rose Lavore, Brant Alexander Lewis, Tate Timothy Lidberg, Lila Dawn Lindemann, Faith Therese Lindenfelser, Christy Doran Lindenfelser, Allie Louise Lombardi, Maggie Jane Lombardi, Blake Joseph Lorenz, Natasha Isabel Lozano, Hunter John Lucas, Olivia Ray Lubin, Daniela Feliciana Luis Ramirez, Cameron Hannah Lucar, Felicia Lynn Lutz, Matthew James Makoviak, Ava Cecilia Manning, Alexander Ronald Margraf, Hunter Jaden Markley, Andrew Paul Markson. John Alexander Marquette. Abigail Jennifer Marshall. Maggie Rose Martin. Priscilla Yvette Martinez. Brooke Elizabeth Matson. Dylan Joshua Malik. Rylan Jack Maynard. Emma Jane McAlpine. Caitlin Rose McCormick. Caitlin Ann McKimmy. Charles Brennan Meehan. Angelica Diana Miez. Isabella Lee Meharada. Aaron Blair Mercado. Brody Mark Merla. Lauren D. Malkowski. Michael John Hanning Mischenfelder. Sadie Katharina Mickelson. Alexis Adele Mihailov. Ashton Michael Mihailov. Emma Grace Miller. Luke John Miller. Brenna Christine Millis. Braden Lee Benson Mogard. Sean Keppa Mokua. Samuel Aldrich Munseth. Casey Robert Moon. Jackson John Mormon. Isabel Rose Mormon. Brian Morales. Lindsay Ann Mosing. Justin Donald Morning. Blaisden Lee Mueller. Marcus James Mueller. Olivia Ann Munger. Scott Michael Munson. Adelie Jensen Merkins. Alec Kenneth Myrie. Isaiah Lewis Navarrete. Aza Bang Indy. Riley Michael Nelson. Drew Kevin Nearson. Owen Michael Neros. Alexander Michael Nessenson. Rowan Christopher Navala. Akila Nguyen. Nicholas John Nielsen. Elizabeth Marie Nixon. Caden Michael Nordberg. Wyatt Lawrence Notch. Brooks Hunter O'Brien. Addison Marie O'Rourke. Heidi Marie Odenbrett. Moses Menere Ogaya. Kaylee Joanna Olivares. Hayden Morrissey Olson. Jonathan Dwayne Olson. Ryan Michael Olson. Tyler Gordon Olson. Isaac Daniel Opovin. Tessa Marie Opiola. Dylan James Ortiz. Riley James Ortman. Maxwell James Audie. Hunter Michael Palmer. Claire Francis Parendo. Elena Ray Peterson. Caitlin Alexandra Peterson. Christopher Keith Peterson. Robert Christopher Pyler. Xavier Owen Peltoma. Darren Ashton Pender. Aiden Andrew Penoyer. Oscar Mauricio Peraza. Dylan James Perrin. Kendall Elizabeth Peterson. Sydney Alexandra Peterson. Lydia Grace Peterson. Alexis Jordan Phillips. Weston Joe Pink. Emily Marie Pipp.
Morgan Eileen Pokorny. Alexis K. Pofleet. Ashlyn Lee Pomerleau. Eli Roy Potts. Jackson Parker Price. Livia Rose Proudluck. Uriah Lucas Purcell. Jasmine Marlene Purnell. Carson Randy Radke. Wilnell Rosetta Randolph. Lauren Catherine Rass. Caleb Michael Reams. Carissa Nicole Riney. Ethan Bernard Renz. Madison Nicole Resek. Andrew Norman Rick. Callie Ann Riley. Gavin William Robeck. Chad Michael Robinson. Sydney Lauren Rogers. Riley Christian Rohr. Sierra Rowland. Zachary Edward Romans. Kyle Henry Ross. Haley Michelle Roth. Ashton James Ruxanderson. Liam Sean Ryan. Maria Grace Rydberg. Megan Lynn Salas. Will Alexander Sarkinen. Maya Ray Satry. Evan Dean Saunders. Hannah Rose Sachs. Madabel Beth Shaben. Julia Marjorie Shelk. Mason Allen Sheppers. Brendan Daniel Scheuer. Anna Adelaide Schmidt. Eliana Jean Schmitz. Brittany Christine Shane. Zachary Jean Selner. Rachel Elizabeth Shedlove. Evan Andrew Shirk. Joe Shanka. Kevin Andrew Shull. Trevor Daniel Shull. Ella Nicole Schultz. Revan David Rains Samat. McKenna Noel Syme. Tiffany Grace Simon. Rachel Viktorovna Simonovich. Cecilia Marie Sippel. Martin Richard Scar. Brianne Don Marie Sklors. Boston Andrew Sledham. Carrie Elizabeth Smelter. Lexi Elise Smith. Ryan Erlin James Smith. Gavin Warner Smithers. Joseph Murphy Smythe. Hannah Elizabeth Spalding. Milena Grace Speakermeyer. Grace Evelyn Spitalnik. Jake Douglas Springer. Brianna Hope Stahersky. Kenneth J.T. Stahl. Max Norman Steffens. Mary Grace Elizabeth Steffel. Regan Retha Steichen. Danielle Ray Steinke. Hunter Nicholas Stirk. Ashley Marie Stern. Aiden James Stevenson. Kemery Thomas Stitch. Evan Patrick Strand. Logan Daniel Strickland. Ian Laverne Nguyen Struce. Tyler John Sukla. Raylyn Marie Sustacek. Trey Paul Sybrand. Janelle Rose Sylvester. Nathan Michael Talley. Owen Allen Tangen. Lauren Elizabeth Tatro. Johnny Todd Tennyson. Hannah Christine Thiessen. Emily Lisa Tell. Caleb James Tennis. Eleanor Renee. Thomas, Eleanor Renee Thompson Witt, Jackson Nolan Thor, Nolan William Tronset, Ashley Ann Tillmans, Emma Sika Toby, Alexa Marie Tenzing, Greta Lynn Topol, Joshua Dylan Tourville, Tommy Marie Tripto, Gabriel Addison Trotter, Mason Cole Alfritz, Jordan Urbanski, Benjamin J. Vamung, Mara Irene Van Voren, James Daniel Vaughn, Michaela Ray Verdick, Emma Ray Vidine, Emma Christine Veek, Madeline Jean Vitzthum, Erin Jean Vlasic, Lily Joanne Valmer, Nathan Ronald Van Ruden, Serena Wadavin, Helena Riley Walker, Alec James Waller, Brady James Walleen, Kylie Mary Walsh, Bjorn Michael Walters, Addison James Walls, Julia Grace Weigel, Alexandra Elizabeth Weimer, Spencer Devonte Wycliffe, Jake David Weigers, Brennan Thomas Eric Williams, Cora Jackie Williams, Landon Matthew Williams, Valerie Marie Williams, Luke Allen Williamson, Anthony Domick Willis, Joel Frederick Wilmot, Jack Andrew Waitala, Mason James Wooler, Tatiana Corinne Woods, Zachary Thomas Worms, Kylea Huachi Yang, Ethan Lloyd Yantis, Anna Ella Lynn Zanetti, Taylor Ann Zingelman, Ava Marie Zelmer, and Natalie Faye Zeidema. Now, will my fellow senior class officers please join me in leading the Tassel ceremony. Congratulations, St. Michael Albertville High School graduates.